Welcome to part 2 of the FJ45 project. Not really calling it a restoration project because don't know if that's how it'll end up actually, but for now it's a project. So what I'm going to do first, I don't know if you saw in the previous video, I had just a 4 litre drum under the bonnet for fuel. I think what I'll do is take the seat out, take this tank out, see what's going on, and maybe spend a bit of time on this side of the floor. It does need a little bit of work, and get the fuel tank back in a little bit temporarily, but just get it sort of moving around so it's a little bit easier. I don't like the idea of an open 4 litre fuel tank underneath the bonnet. In the meantime, I might give it a bit of a tune up as well. But anyway, I'll get all this stuff out of in here and see what we unearth. Okay, still going. Got those two out. They weren't that easy. Bit of crap down there. It's going to be the story of this old girl. Very slow. Making headway here. Got one tank out, the long range tank from the passenger seat, and the standard one's coming out okay. All the bolts actually undid amazingly enough. So yeah, not too bad. Still going. Clean this mess up. Okay, still going, getting it all cleaned up. Got a bucket of crap out of here. There's a lot hidden in this channel at the back. Just stuff's fallen down those 2 holes over the years. But all in all, I'm getting pretty enthused about this. The floor's pretty good. Had a few obligatory shotgun shells. Good old Aussie ute. But yeah, things are going well. So I'm going to blow the rest of this out. I just don't want to introduce any water too early. And then I'll give it a pressure wash and see what we've got. Alright, back at it. Got it all cleaned up pretty well. Not too many surprises really. A little bit of sort of like heavy pitting there. Don't know if we'll end up with any holes, but that structure across the back actually looks alright. So the floor sections have got a few holes. Well, they've got a few holes here anyway. So the driver's side, passenger side, main section where your feet go, will probably replace. And just a few patches in the other places. I might take this out, the gearbox cover next. Make sure a lot of those threads and all that are alright. And then the actual, I suppose you call it the tub. The tub's not too bad. So, I don't know. I might strip it and get it sandblasted and that'd be a good base. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a big job to take it off the chassis, and I haven't got a garage. That's a bit of a problem. But anyway, we'll keep going. So, I've just been cleaning up the cabin still. Took out that parcel shelf, tray, container, whatever you want to call it, that thing. Removed the old AWA radio. I just found this choke button. Which is the original choke. So that means the controls on the dash are sort of all here, which is, I think they are. They look pretty original. I'm just going to work out how I can connect that back to the cable. The cable's there, I've soaked it in WD-40, so it's going to be okay. I'm just going to check the configuration because it's not routing very well through the hole in the firewall. That's that one there. So just going to go and see if, how original they are. It's hard to get info for this stuff, but not impossible, just hard. Anyway, we're continuing. All good. Just starting to have a look at a Seeing why she's not running too good. She had a single barrel Stromberg on it instead of the correct Asian single barrel carb. It's flooding really bad. There's a lot of fuel in there. I don't know if you can see it. So I'd start with the carby. So got the carby all back on. Had heaps of play in the throttle shaft. Checked the float level. Seemed to be okay. So in the glove box there was some spare parts off a carby, so I put another throttle shaft in and put an O-ring up at this end where it comes out of the housing. So at least there's not anything else that'll block up the air. So it did have a lot of movement there, but it's all a bit air going with all the bracketry and what have you. Anyway, so that's the carby. So then I decided to have a little bit of a look at the Dizzy and the points. They looked okay. I mean, they're old and all that, but seem to be working. I think the Dizzy was one tooth out because before, when you're advancing it, I don't know if you can see the vacuum advance there, it used to limit its movement by the dipstick. So anyway, I pulled it out and moved it back one tooth so it's even like that. I think that's how the Japs sort of like it to be parallel with the engine, the vacuum advance and that what is it, octane dial thing, whatever they call that plastic thing on the end of the Dizzy. Anyway, got all that back in, started again, didn't really make any difference. It was running on 3 cylinders. I pull a lead while it's running and didn't make any difference. It was only running on 3. That sounded how it was. So pulled the plugs, done a little bit of bush mechanic, give them a wire brush, a bit of a clean up, and lo and behold, have a go at this like a new one. Okay? Like a clock. What a beauty. So that's that. So now I can move it around a lot easier. So I haven't really got a garage here. So the plan now is the windscreen's cracked. Got a crack here from one side all the way across to the other. So I can get a screen. So I think what I'm going to do, my first panel job will be to take that windscreen frame out. A bit rusty, a little bit rusty. It's going to be a job to get it out. Anyway, I'll get it out, clean it all up. That'll be my first rest part that I'm going to restore. And I might even paint it, get a new screen in it, and then I'll spend the next 6 months trying to fix the roof. The roof is sad. Anyway, that's where we're at. I've got all the lights working too. Dark lights. Look at these little beauties. Dark lights. Head lights. Look at that. High-low beam works. A bit of a struggle because these the wiring is a little bit second-hand. But that was good. I'm feeling good about that. I'm just trying to get the things working that I've got. The high beam switch works. Good. I'm mucking around with the horn. I'm not sure. I think I'm missing a few parts. I've got the button and all that, but in behind where the contact goes around and around, there's a spring goes through here. Then I think there's either a brass or something conductor on the end of that, but the plate is missing. So I have to have a look and do a bit of research online about that. Anyway, I think the oil pressure Oil pressure gauge is working. It's the only one. Anyway, that's where we're at. So next step, get this screen surround out. Got the screen out, which was no mean feat. Rusted bolts. We've been there for 50 years. I don't think the screen had ever been tilted forward, which is probably pretty normal. And yeah, come out. So anyway, got it out. Without too much dramas, really. Had to drill one. Wasn't seized, but when I unseized it, when I got it turning, it stripped the thread, so just wouldn't give it up. Anyway, so underneath here is not that bad. I expected that's just for the vent, or demister vent. I expected possibly the whole lot of that to be gone. But the roof, man, the roof is a worry. It's difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to look for another one. It's just a bit too much. Anyway, so I got the frame out. Cut the screen out because, as you know, the screen was sort of buggered, so it's got a little bit. I just wire brushed it. The bad sections. It's okay. It's quite repairable. Couple of holes here and there. The worst of it. Where is the worst of it? Yeah, that's the worst of it. That's okay. A little bit there. You know. Anyway, so that's the challenge. Get this ready. I want to keep it sort of sealed up because it's outside here. I haven't got a garage. We've got a garage, but it's full of crap. So the plan is to fix this screen up and actually repair it, get it sandblasted, prime it and paint it, and put the thing back in. Oh, get a new screen fitted. That's where it all started. Get a screen fitted. So I got a bit of steel for repairs. Still 1.1 mil it is. It's a light zinc coating to stop it from rusting while they store it in the shop, but that'll be all right. So yeah, you know, the old cardboard template, cutting it out, welding it in. That's the deal. So we'll see how we go. Coming along, doing the old, you know, you've seen it a million times. Cardboard template, cut it out, tack it in. That corner was eaten right out. I have to do something fancy here too. I'm going to take that out. The backing's fallen inside, so it's too hard. Anyway, other than that, she's coming up real good.